is the Dazzling One with another real life talk. In today's chat, we are going to be talking about faith. Faith is such a big subject. And when I pondered thinking of faith, I was thinking, should I just do one video with all my thoughts? But I figured that it's best when we break things down in a series because it gives me time to think about it even more and where I want to take it. So right now, I know there's going to be at least 2, possibly 3 videos. It might even be as many as 5. But right now, there's definitely 2 other ones in the works. Now let's talk about faith. There's basic faith, which we all have. Faith that when we put our feet on the ground, that we will stand. We will not fly off into the air. We won't go into space. So that is what we'll call basic faith. There's no thought in it. It's just fact to us because we know we've seen it, we've done it, so we've experienced it. In my opinion, that faith really isn't anything special. That's faith in seeing and knowing what we already know. Then there's a different kind of faith. And in my opinion, this faith is the special faith. And that is faith in God, because that's where I choose to believe in faith. I make no apologies about my beliefs. And I've always believed in God. So to me, faith is a very real, tangible thing in my day-to-day life. For example, you might have faith that either God's going to make it happen for you or make it happen for me. So that faith is powerful faith. That faith is limitless faith. That faith is so big, you can't even wrap your head around the kind of faith. It's powerful. It's a faith in what you don't know and in a faith in what you do know. Now, when I say that, what I mean is I don't know how something's going to happen, but I do know that I can trust God that He's going to make sure that I'm in a good place. I'm in a good situation. Something good is going to happen. Even when we make decisions where we walk away and we try to run things our own way and we make a mess out of things, we can pray that even in the midst of that mess, even in the midst of the confusion, even in the midst of, bad choices, bad decisions, that God can take those situations and repair those things and use it to be a lesson, so that we grow and that we know that we're just accepting life. Now, in my opinion, when you don't have any faith and you're like a person that thinks, oh, well, if I can't see it, I don't believe it. To me, that seems like you're locked in. It seems. And that's sad to me. And a lot of people live that way. A lot of people accept what they see and they don't think that there's anything better out there. Now take the faith of a child. When you're a child, you have faith that is so big and so large. You have so many expectations that anything, absolutely anything is possible. But when we become older and we grow up and we can't see, we can't believe, we're like, oh, that's not possible. Or we begin putting limits on us. We begin to close ourselves off in a box. But when we are children, there is no box. We're like, I want to be a rocket man or a rocket girl. And here we go and we get a cardboard box and we cut it out and we make our little spaceship and we make our little space suit. And we close our eyes and we envision flying high in the sky. And who knows, we'll fly through the stars. And, we have this limitless, this of belief that absolutely anything that we dream can happen. And somewhere along the lines, we lose it. We lose that faith. We lose that ability to be able to dream so big that we can't even dream anymore. It's just so big. We can't put it down. Like, you can start out thinking, I can fly from here to the moon, and I can have a spaceship, and, but we get in our heads, oh no, well, I'm afraid of heights, or, I can't do this, or I can't do that. And the sad part about it is it puts us little by little, we're building this wall of boxes that surround us where we can't get out. We can't see anything beyond what we can see, which, in my opinion, is extremely sad. It's a sad place to be. So when we go back to faith, in the Bible it says, if we have faith, Jesus says in the Bible, if you have faith as big as a mustard seed, which is the absolute teeniest seed there is, I believe, and you have just that much faith, just that little teeny bit of faith, you can move mountains if you believe. So, for example, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how things are going to fall into place, or who's going to be a part of this. All I know is that I trust that it's going to happen. I trust that if I believe it will happen, it will happen. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen. All I know is that I believe it's going to happen. That is the faith that I'm talking about. So I want you to think about this. And I want you to look at situations that you normally would doubt, because fear and doubt can't live. Fear and doubt, it can't live in the same place as faith. It can't exist. It's like, it just can't exist. There's no way around it. There's no way to be, I believe a little bit, but I kind of don't. You're halfway here, you got one foot on this side, one foot on that side. You can't operate like that. And then you're in the middle of nowhere. So if you think it's possible, then believe it's possible. Take some thought, some belief that you have in your mind. Take that belief and challenge it. Challenge it. Say, normally I would say, I can't do this, or I can't maybe go skiing. It's just something I can't do. Take that thought, flip it around, and be like, you know what? What can I do so I can do that? What can I believe? Okay, I want to ski. All my life I couldn't ski. I'm just using this as an example. And you say, okay, so what do I need to do? Well, I need to get some equipment. I need to find somebody who is licensed or certified or whatever it needs to be to train me how to do it. And then I need to take the steps to do that. Learn my lessons, follow the steps, follow the path. That's faith. That's faith. And then eventually that thought of, I can't do it, that thought of, I can never ski, I'm not a skier, that changes because you changed it. You can change anything if you just have faith. You can believe anything if you just have faith. I know it's easy, and I know that sometimes we fall into these categories where we are like, it's just safer this way. It's safer if I don't rock the boat. It's safer if I don't do this. But then there are situations where we're like, I don't want to be safe. Who wants to live a life where everything is predictable and there's nothing to hope for? There's nothing to dream for. There's nothing to have faith in. So I want you to take today's lesson, and I want you to find something in your life that you've always considered impossible. Something that you never thought was possible. And I want you to have just a little tiny bit of faith and see what happens. Have faith in God and have faith that He can make it happen. Believe that He can make it happen, because He can. And, there's some wonderful books out there on faith. If you need to read, the Bible is full of situations of faith. It's a real book of life, a real book where you can see different situations where things would seem totally impossible, but people believed. And so important and wonderful things have happened. So please subscribe. I hope that this has been a powerful shift of thinking for you. And I look forward to our next talk about faith and sharing with you where we're going to go next with faith. Faith changes things. Faith makes things happen. Faith is one of the most wonderful things. If you just have just a little bit of faith, just a little bit of hope, just a little bit of love, you can move mountains. You can change things. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you again.